is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Today we're located in La Quinta, California, getting set to take on this very challenging course. It's the stadium course at PGA West, designed by none other than the man behind TPC Sawgrass, Pete Dye. Diabolical, Frank. How would you describe the layout of the golf course?
I think diabolical is the first thing that would come to mind. This is how Pete Dye got his reputation, by building these type of golf courses. Matter of fact, in 1987, the players voted. They didn't want to keep coming back here. They thought it was too tough. But it has been used as a tour qualifying site. So if you think it's too tough for the regular pros, you imagine trying to qualify for your PGA Tour card and playing this is a tough test. Safely on deck.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Frank, what's the player facing now with this approach shot here at the first?
Well, Rich, that tee shot looked like a draw off the tee. The second shot, because of that bunker just short right of that green, suits the cut coming in here. Off the flight path again.
Frank, as we know in golf, it isn't just about the clean strike. He certainly hit that well. Hit it too well. It's about club selection.
Yeah, well, Rich, I was just going to say, that's the wrong club. I mean, that didn't sniff even just landing on the green. So there's a couple of other clubs in the bag he could have used. Anything other than that one.
Makes it right in the center.
Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just was amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Nudge this one home, finish it up. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So 2 under early on. Just 5 feet left. Good stroke right there. That's a par and stays at 1 under. Moving to the third hole, it's a par 4 again. This one 471 yards. Like the looks of this one. Oh, yeah. Wow, that is a monster drive down there. About 315 yards. Second shot here at the third. Bunkers guarding the front left of this green. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
This is a good-looking shot. That is another laser right at the flagstick. And now he has this for the birdie. Bottom of the barrel, and now to 2 under. That's good work. That's a good par right there. First par 3 of the day. It is the 4th here at PGA West, sitting at just under 200 yards in the card. Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. He'll need to catch this solid 190 yards away. Frank, this TPC Stadium course in La Quinta, California has quite a history, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Every style of golf, age group, whether it's someone trying to get their tour card at the tour school, skins games played here from 1986 to 1991, even the PGA Club Professional Championship, they've all come and played here. It's so good to see it on the back on the rotation. But I've got to say, the one thing, and I was there, in 2000, it was the PGA Tour Q School. It was won by Stephen Allen, who was an Australian player. But the worst thing I've ever seen on a golf course happened on Alcatraz, 17th hole there. Joe Daly, who was looking like he was going to make his PGA Tour card, had a putt of about 3 feet. And I think he was playing with Craig Perks, who went on to win the Players' Championship. Joe Daly hits this putt. It hits the back of the hole, the liner in the hole, and popped out on the front lip. Never saw that before. It was amazing. And as luck would have it, Joe Daly missed his tour card by 1 shot.
That was as cruel a twist as I have ever seen in golf.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
2 under par for the round. Well, here we are at the 5th hole, a 535-yard par 5 for the long-hitting professionals. Frank, certainly not a long test. What is the challenge here on this hole?
It's another example of great design by Pete Dye. He'll give you the trouble on the left on the tee shot, and then he moves the trouble to the right on the second shot. It's going to get you one way or the other.
Great lie. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, mistake-free golf. You hope you can keep it together. Possibility of a very special round here.
Yeah, the only real thing to worry about is not to get too far ahead of yourself. At the moment, swing looks tremendous. And just keep the round ticking over, one hole at a time. I know it sounds like a cliche, but right now, he's exactly where he wants to be.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Safely aboard. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
So a tester from 4 feet.
Well done. And 3 under for the day. And it drops for birdie. Well, Frank, how about this 255-yard par 3 sixth?
Yeah, there's a bit of a bailout area, sort of short and left, but the only thing really going in the player's favour, it is a big green, 51 yards in depth. So if you want to sort of do the maths in reverse, 255, take away 50, 205 front, doesn't sound as daunting.
That will be a great look at birdie.
Getting set now over the putt.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That puts them at 4 under for the round. We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Starting to put something special together. 6 under par.
Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a 3-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Now the second shot to the par 5. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Well, couldn't have done much better than that, and the eagle is looking very likely now. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. No way! He holed it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. And he's putting for birdie now. Score that. A birdie.
Frank, the par 4 ninth at 452 yards is all you want.
Yeah, you could make 5 here every day just by poking it down the left side, but who wants to do that? Force your hand, try and go down the right side. You might make the odd 3, make a few more 4s, but miss it on the right, and that's where you start to make a big number. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Frank, break down this second shot here at the 9th hole.
The second shot's a little bit like the tee shot. We know that the biggest trouble is on the right with the water, but there's also a bunker between water and green. So Pete Dye is enticing you to try and play the correct shot, which is one that just moves a little left to right towards the flag. And there is a little bit of relief. If you just miss it a touch, you're in the sand, not the water.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
These putts keep the round together. Moves to -8. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Under par for the round. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back at PGA West, getting set to continue the action on the back nine. Beautiful hole here. Rock border that lines the water here at number 10. It's 416 yards.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Good contact, good result. Now the second shot here at 10. Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
So, sizing up the approach shot here at the par 4 10th. What's a player trying to work out right now with their caddy?
Distance club selection is always the situation here when you have something to carry and something to stay short of.
He'll be pretty happy with that one, about 20 feet away in a good spot. So in the first cut here, it could be worse. That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Boy, this is a long par 5, the 11th at PGA West, 617 yards. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Frank, so many different lies in golf. This is one you don't see too much. The golf ball is on the mulch.
Yeah, and it never
Just need to settle down, relax on this next shot after going out of bounds.
The amount of times somebody splits the fairway after hitting one out of bounds is astronomical.
Now this will be counted as the fourth shot after going OB on that previous shot. Excellent looking shot here. So Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
He'll need to be strong with this. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Chance to get it close here. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good putt. Standing over his birdie putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now the par 4 12th, only 363 yards. But Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9-iron? Are you better with a wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, another good scoring opportunity here at the par 4 12th.
Yeah, just have to focus on where that flag is in relation to these little ridges and the mounds on this green. It's called moat because it's protected all by that wall of sand down that left side. That's not really in play for this shot. If you're smart, use one of those little ridges. They can kick it towards the flag.
So yet another short iron shot into a par 4 here at the 12th. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to minus 11 on the day. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Now at the par 3 13th, and Frank, in some ways, this is vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. His use of wooden bulkheads, plus the fact that he gives you that diminishing line. The further you go back into this green, you realize it's a larger carry. It just sort of reeks of something that's hit to the front mid-right of this green.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green. Rich, do you think we should tell him this fairway out there?
Yeah, he's been in the rough all day long. Well, how do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there.
Likes that sneaky distance.
Putt for par. He needs one. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really. Poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge. And
that is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
that is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, what do you like here on this approach shot at 14?
The green is more triangular. It's wider at the front, narrows as you get towards the back of this green. If you're going to go with that back flag, you can perhaps bring something in there a little lower and sort of skip it up. Apart from that, just a nice, high, soft landing short iron.
And he has it for birdie. Eleven under on the deck. Now at the 15th, par 4, 468 yards. It is nicknamed Turning Home as we are making our way towards the close of this round. Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Second shot now at 15. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Now the approach here at 15. Locked in on the read and the speed. Perfect roll right there.
Anything other than a rookie. Great stroke.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now the par 5, 16th, dog leg, and it's at 600 yards, so a little bit of an advantage to the big bomber, Frank.
Yeah, they can almost take a big chunk out of this hole by going down the left side. If you can take that bunker out of play, and that's a big hit to get past that, then all of a sudden, shortest point between two places is a straight line. You've really reduced this hole into something closer to 570 yards.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Crucial eagle attempt on the way.
Second shot.
Now a putt from 24 feet away. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just dominated this hole, and he ends up with an eagle. This one just requires a little bit of focus. I mean, almost hard to believe. 13 under already. Well, well, well. Here we are. Famous.
Safely on deck.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
And to move on with a par in his pocket. One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the three bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Frank, one last critical approach shot here at 18.
Well, if we see someone left of this flag that's not in the water, they've pulled their second shot.
These putts keep the round together. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. So a tester from 4 feet. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.